You know that one person that you consistently struggle to understand anything that they're saying? Well, this app can help. Hey guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona, and in this video, I'm talking about a revolutionary new way to help you actually understand that person you always struggle to hear. Okay, so we all have those people in our life that we have no problem understanding what they say whenever they talk. In fact, I have a lot of my patients who tell me that the way that I speak is absolutely perfect and they wouldn't even need hearing aids if everyone spoke the way that I do. Yeah, okay, that was a little bit of a backdoor brag. But not everybody has the ability to speak as loudly or as clearly as you need them to. And some of these people may be incredibly important for you to hear and understand, like your spouse, a child, a grandchild, or even a really close friend. But what are you supposed to do if you've treated your hearing loss with hearing aids or a cochlear implant and you continue to struggle hearing and understanding the people who are most important to you? Well, there are two things that are absolutely critical when it comes to you actually understanding those familiar voices that are really important. But before I share what those two things are, if you could do me a huge favor and click the like button, it really helps out my channel because it gets these videos in front of a broader audience. And while you're at it, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on, go ahead and do that as well. It is greatly appreciated. And let me know down in the comment section who that important person is in your life that you just can't seem to ever hear. That being said, there are two things that are absolutely critical when it comes to hearing and, more importantly, understanding those familiar voices that are really important to you. Those things are properly programmed hearing aids and auditory training using the voices of the people you want to hear better. When I'm talking about properly programmed hearing aids, I'm talking about hearing aids that have been programmed with real ear measurement. Real ear measurement is a verification tool that allows us to ensure that we're amplifying sound properly to your hearing loss prescription. If you have hearing loss, you lose access to certain speech components called phonemes. And when you lose access to these different phonemes, it makes comprehension of speech incredibly difficult. This often creates a perception that you can hear that someone's talking, you just can't make out what they're saying because it sounds like they're mumbling to you. So in order to properly restore access to these missing phonemes, you need to make sure that your hearing aids have been programmed with real ear measurement to make sure that we're hitting your prescriptive targets and making those missing sounds audible again. If your hearing aid programming has been correctly verified using real ear measurement, then you can restore clarity back to speech again. However, if your hearing aid programming has not been verified with real ear measurement, and even more important than that, properly verified with real ear measurement, then you're not going to restore access to these missing speech components and speech will not become more clear for you. Of course, if you would like to learn more about real ear measurement, I will have this video linked down in the description and I highly recommend you check it out after you're done watching this video. Unfortunately, less than 30% of hearing care professionals routinely perform real ear measurement, which means that the vast majority of individuals who use hearing aids continue to struggle hearing and understanding the people that are most important to them. To solve this issue, I recommend that you check out my website, hearingup.com, and find a Hearing Up Network member in your area. Hearing Up members have been vetted and are committed to following comprehensive audiologic best practices, including real ear measurement, to ensure that you're able to hear your absolute best with your hearing aids. Now, the second thing that you can do to significantly improve how well you can hear the people that are most important to you is doing auditory training with Lace AI Pro and their new familiar voices feature. Think of Lace auditory training like physical therapy, but for your ears. If you want to hear your absolute best, not only do you have to make sure that your hearing aids have been fit and programmed properly, but you have to make sure that your brain has the ability to process what you're hearing properly. Lace auditory training has been used to improve hearing for over 20 years and is backed by over 80 research studies to validate its effectiveness. Now, you've probably heard me talking about Lace AI Pro in several other videos at this point. If you haven't, I will link those videos down in the description in a playlist if you want to check them out too. But in addition to Lace AI Pro auditory training improving your ability to understand speech and background noise by up to 60%, improving your working memory, and improving your ability to understand fast talkers, the Familiar Voices feature allows you to take the voice of someone you're actually struggling with and use their voice inside of the auditory training. The way it works is you go into the Lace AI Pro app, tap on the My Voices tab, and tap on the invite button. You can either send an invite to the person whose voice you want to use for training via email or text. I tend to prefer text because it's a little bit easier. Then you enter in their phone number and tap on send. They will receive a text message with a link that they can click on to enter their name and even upload a photo of themselves. Then they take an audio recording of themselves reading a short passage. They then submit this voice recording so the artificial intelligence inside of the Lace AI Pro app can convert the training material into the voice of this individual. Yes, I know it's absolutely crazy to think about how far artificial intelligence has come. We might as well take advantage of it before it kills us all. Once the Lace AI Pro app has access to their voice, they'll be able to include their voice inside of the rapid speech training as well as the speech and noise training. And you can even add more than one individual's voice to the app. Let me go ahead and play you an example of me using my wife Ashley's voice inside of the app.
We must not allow other people's limited perceptions to define us. One who knows himself is never distressed. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. Sun Tzu.
I even went ahead and uploaded my voice into the app so you can hear that as well. To avoid criticism, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. Albert Hubbard. Stay engaged with your community to enhance your social life. Stay social with clubs or groups that share your interest. Many of my patients have reported that incorporating these familiar voices has significantly improved their ability to understand the people that are the most important to them. This is an absolute game changer when it comes to auditory training and is a feature that is completely unique to Lace AI Pro. Now, if you want to check out Lace AI Pro for yourself, I will have a link down in the description of this video, as well as a discount code for Dr. Cliff channel subscribers. At the end of the day, there is always going to be people that you struggle to understand more than others. Some of these people you may not care about at all, and some of these people are incredibly important to you. Well, I'm happy to tell you that you're virtually guaranteed to hear these important people substantially better if you do these two things and make sure that your hearing aids are programmed properly with real ear measurement and you do auditory training with familiar voices using Lace AI Pro.